Right guys, how's it going? Right, so I am in a Sidewinder, as you can see. Now, the reason for this is the Macintosh version just got released last week, or this week, and also the game is released on Steam. So there's been a bunch of new guys joined the game. So I thought I'd just take this chance to get back into a Sidewinder. Now, instead of going through like, all the start stuff that I've already done, 25 or so episodes ago, the whole point of this is just to see how quickly you can get up to speed now. We know that things have changed in the game, you've got the res sites paying out an awful lot, and you've even got like signal sources and stuff like that paying a lot more. So really, this is just all going to be about me and the Sidewinder moving up the levels, getting into, bigger ships and stuff, and just to see how quickly I can get back into maybe a Vulture if it's possible. Back in LHS 3447, let's have a look at the bulletin board and see if I can get anything. There's not a single thing in it. That's useful. Now, as you know, we'll be leaving Trevithick Dock and not coming back because it's just a horrible system. You can't really buy much with 1,000 credits. I could ditch the scanner, maybe get a fuel scoop. I'm just going to fly around looking for a resource site. Of course, you've got to go through all this again. This should be funny to see if I'm still going to get shot backwards when I leave. There you go. Why does it do that in Trevithick Dock? This is the only station it does it in. Does it do that with anybody else, or is it just me that gets it? Anytime I start a new game, and this isn't even my account, this isn't like my friend's account. Yeah, every time I start a new game, I get knocked back at Trevithick Dock. Yeah, I'm just going to be looking for a resource site around a gas giant or something. Right, so don't forget to set up my discovery scanner. A bunch of conflict zones now. I'm not convinced I should be doing this. Although, there may well be money to be made if you're very careful. However, it could just be a bit risky, yeah. Conflict zone in an unimproved Sidewinder. Nah, you're probably just gonna get wrecked if you do that. I think maybe head somewhere else. Right, now, those strong signal sources can also have, vultures and stuff like that. And you can maybe like jump in and get a kill late on. But it's very risky because there's a lot of very powerful ships around. And you could end up just getting yourself killed. So I would avoid these strong signal sources until you are in a better ship than the Sidewinder. Is this Viper? Is it? Now this is a choice you have to make, but the choice has been made for me because the... maybe not. Yeah, this could be interesting. Competent Viper. Yeah, I should be running here. This distributor is awful. That'll be one of the first things I do. I'll be upgrading the distributor. Because when you can't boost, you can't do anything really. It's quite interesting though to see, imagine what, a new player to the game's thinking. Yeah, because they're almost certainly going to get killed there. I hope this clipper's not coming for me. Right, so repair and refuel, and that's 20% of my balance gone. Right, a slight change of plan. I'm going to head over here to Sun Takush because I've actually got some money in trading data. Sorry, some map data. So that'll get me the start that I need, just to get myself into, slightly better gear. You really are a free kill until you upgrade this distributor. And look at how slowly your engines fill. And it's got to be max before you can boost. quite an interesting looking little system. Yeah, a quintuple. I should actually be scanning the stars as well, but I keep forgetting. I really should be doing that. I think you're looking at 20,000 before you can buy the A1 distributor. But you can pick up the B one for about 8,000, so I should have enough hopefully. Once I get to my destination. Yeah, I think the smart thing to do at the start is just to fly around and scan everything. Maybe head to a target. Scan everything on the way. Remember, you've got to be 20 light years away before you can sell, yeah? That can't be that anaconda, surely. Please tell me this is not an anaconda. Federal dropship? Come on, you're kidding me.
Under attack.
See why I desperately want the distributor, right? Thank God for the nerf to missiles against shields, eh?
Shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Federal dropship. Good God. Well, it's not called Elite Dangerous for nothing, right? Repair and refuel. I still can't sell anything, but as you can see, I'm sitting on some decent money there. Right. So we're heading towards Sun Takush, I think. And that'll help us sell the data that we got at Ingalaba and maybe some other stuff around here. And hopefully that'll be enough to get me a better distributor than what I've got. You literally cannot defeat anything in your basic Sidewinder. It is so bad. So let's just continue on to our destination.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so let's see what kind of money I can make. 14,500, that's pretty good, yeah? The big one was the Ingaliba system. So I'm going to sell all that. Let's just have a look actually at the map. Yeah, basically speaking, up around here. Yeah, I sort of headed over in this direction, then changed my mind, came back. And that's let me sell this data in Sun Takush. 14,500, not quite enough for the best distributor yet, but we'll head into outfitting. Right, they've only got a B1 here anyway, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to take it. Could also maybe buy this shield generator. It's a lot better than the one I've got. I could just keep on heading onward, yeah? Right, I'm going to head to this Cupis place.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, so there's another 7,000 in maps. Back into outfitting. Yeah, there's no question that actually just flying around doing a little bit of scanning is probably the way to get started. This has been what, half an hour? Right, so I need 13,500 for a kill warrant scanner. That'd be what I want next. Right, I've got the A1 distributor here. Right. So I sold my shield again back to the E2 just so that I can afford this A1 distributor. The distributor's worth more. Leaves me with only 270 credits. But now I feel like I'm not a free kill any longer. So let's put that theory to the test. I'm going to look for a resource site and just see if I can grab 1 or 2 kills to start really making the money now. Right, we've got resource extraction sites here. Right, so let the money making begin. Now let's look at contacts. What have we got? Viper maybe?
Target shields offline.
Well, this guy's wanted. So let's get involved in this action. This is what it's all about, yeah? The police are after him. He's taking damage. I'm just gonna help. Just be careful you don't get caught in the crossfire, yeah? Nice and simple, 36,000. Have another look around, see what's happening. Right, federal drop ships. These are the big money. Or some of the big money. But there's no way you can take one in a sidewinder yourself. But when he's under assault from the rest of the police, just make sure you get a hit in at him at the end. That's okay, we're not bothered about that. Picked up 56,000, that is all that matters. Now let's see about this other guy. We'll just be a little bit careful here. Make sure the shields are properly up. This guy should get down pretty fast though, he looks like he's got a turn navy on him. Yeah, don't take the heat too early, yeah, because you're just asking for trouble. You can let rip when you're behind them though.
Under attack.
Watch out for the asteroids. Another 31,000. Right, I think the smart thing to do now is head back out.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, so 123,000 in bounty vouchers. What's that gonna get as an outfitting though? This is where the options begin. Yeah, you can buy an adder, you could buy an eagle. Just about afford the Viper almost, I think, but you can't really do anything with it. I'm just going to stick with the Sidewinder, I think, though. We're definitely going to want some gimbaled weapons. We'll just stick with these gimbal pulse lasers. Now, we definitely want a kill warrant scanner. I guess we should take the chaff launcher. I guess we could take a shield cell. Yeah, we can stick on this shield cell bank as well, just for a little bit more security. So pretty much D-spec everywhere. We've got a shield cell bank now as well. We can get the sea shields. Starting to look slightly more like a combat craft now. Now don't forget to buy shield cells. Wouldn't be the first time I've done that. Make sure you've got enough power to cover everything once you're deployed, yeah. So I had to buy the sea power plant. Let's just head out again. Now don't forget to set a keybind for your shield cell, yeah. So I put mine at V. And you also want to put your kill warrant scanner onto 2. Which is my right mouse button, obviously. Chaff launcher keybind as well, I put that to C. A wanted python, eh? You were worth a few quid. 95,000. Yeah. I'll let somebody else take him on. Now you also need a keybind. If you look down at the left hand side at the python, you can see him scrolling through his subsystems. You're going to want to target the power plant. Now that you've got gimbaled weapons, target the power plant and do so much more damage. Or you basically finish them off so much faster, yeah? And because you've got the gimbaled weapons, you basically target it automatically. Make sure you get your kill warrant scanner going when you're 2 kilometers away. The money should be rolling in now. Imperial Clipper. Now certain ships are always going to be wanted, and Imperial Clippers are one of them. Clippers drop ships, quite often Anacondas as well, and Pythons are wanted a lot too. The Anacondas and the Pythons are obviously the big ones. There's a Python. I got a feeling that he might be. Now there's no way you can take on these ships yourself, yeah? Right, so I'm holding down the right mouse button to kill warrant scan him. $97,000 this guy's going to be worth. Let's get a nut on.
Under attack.
Yeah, just be wary you're not getting hit. $97,000.
Destroyed.
Right, what else have we got?
Target
That's
shields
Clipper.
offline.
Looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Scan him again. Help him on his way. $120,000 credits, just like that. I'm not really sure you can do enough damage to the power plant with this ship. Not compared to what the rest of them are doing to his hull, yeah? Oh, we've got an Anaconda and another Python here. Looks like there's going to be a lot of money in this. Whoa.
Under attack. Under attack.
73,000.
Destroyed. Target destroyed.
125,000. This is how to make the money now. But the sounds of things, he's under a bit of pressure by somebody else. Like 20% hull. Always be looking down at the bottom left to see what kind of state their hull's in. In case you need to get a shot in quickly, yeah? Try and avoid the rocks.
Under attack.
Right, anacondas can be a bit scary, yeah, so you definitely want to be careful. $191,000. Now, I should say you don't always get resource sites like this. But you just fly around until you do get one. Once again, get the scanner going.
Target destroyed.
158,000. I've been in here for 15 minutes and that is how much I have made already. Almost 700,000. Over 750,000 in 15 minutes. That's how easy it is.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
Now, the real danger here is you go on too long, yeah? And you end up getting killed and not taking your bounties. As soon as I hit 1,000,000, I'm going to head back. Better watch out for that particle accelerator that just flew past me. There is always a danger of, you know, the police taking you out by mistake. Especially if you fly that close. That's pretty interesting. I mean, if you can get close in and shoot at that power plant, you can't actually do enough damage. You've got to be pretty close. Certainly, anybody new to the game's not going to be able to do this yet. Just so long as you get a hit in though.
Target destroyed.
Another nice and easy 100,000.
Under attack.
Oh no! That could have been a disaster. Hitting the anaconda.
Target shields online.
108,000 for him. Yeah, I got to be careful because I almost hit the... Well, I did hit the anaconda, the federal security anaconda. But because my weapons do so little damage, I didn't actually, you know... Normally, if you hit them hard enough, you become wanted. So yeah, just be wary of that.
Target shield
I'm going to kill this python, then go and buy something else, I think. Yeah, I think the biggest danger is actually maybe hitting the police by mistake, so, you know, be very wary of that. Because you'll be one-shotted if you do that. Yeah, if the police go red, you've had it.
Target shields.
Awful lot of system security in here. Whoa.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Target destroyed.
Right, so I'm over 1 million now. So like I said, I'm going to head back. Even though this is a really, really good resource site, you don't often get as much as this, yeah, as many pythons and stuff. And they just keep on coming. But I don't want to risk losing my 1 million, yeah, so let's head back to Beckman Terminal. And I think I will buy a Viper. That was 29 minutes and well over 1 million, I think. Yeah. Right, so into contacts again. 1,055,000. So that's about just over an hour's play from the very start. And a Sidewinder, and I'm basically going to be into a Viper. You can of course go for a Cobra if that's more your thing. The Viper's just a little bit cheaper to upgrade. It's actually quite a lot cheaper to upgrade. Well, depending what's in the shipyard, obviously. Well, that's quite annoying. I don't have a single thing I can upgrade to. I could go for the Eagle, of course. I mean, yeah, the Eagle's nice, but I don't know how much better than the Sidewinder, really. You do get an extra weapon. I think I'm going to fly elsewhere and find a Viper, though.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, so I finally found a Viper in the Chamunda system. I've spent more time looking for this Viper than I have actually making my first 1 million credits. So I'm gonna buy this Viper, but first of all, for you new guys, you won't know this one. If you just sell your ship there in the shipyard, then you end up losing 10% of its value, including all the modules. So the more you upgrade the ship, yeah, the more that you lose. However, if you go into outfitting first of all and just sell everything, now this has actually got two benefits because you get all your money back. You don't lose 10% when you sell in outfitting. And the second benefit is everything you sell basically goes back into the outfitting shop, so you can refit it into your new ship. So every time you upgrade your ship and you're not keeping it, make sure you do this. It can really add up later on in the more expensive ships if you don't. Stuff like this power plant, that's a C2, you can go back to an E2 instead, which is what you started with. Same with the thrusters, and the drive, life support and distributor, and finally the sensors. All this bottom stuff you can just sell. Shield generator, cell bank, discovery scanner, wasn't worth anything. Now back into the shipyard. Purchase a Viper. I'm just going to sell the old one. Now got your first true combat ship. Still got 1 million credits. May even have a paint job. For some reason I've lost my Swedish flag paint job. I don't know why that happened. Oh yeah, I'm using my friend's account, that's why. Okay. The Viper kind of lacks power. Yeah, you generally need the best power plant. You're always going to want the best power distributor no matter what. You see, the prices are a little bit more than what... Well, they're actually quite a lot more than what the Sidewinder was. thrusters are also very important on the Viper. It doesn't turn that well, but you're probably not going to spend $500,000 on them. The Ds are pretty good though. Thing about the Ds is, pretty light as well. The E stuff's rubbish. If you can, go Ds everywhere. If you can't afford anything better. Generally speaking, life support is going to be Ds as well. That's good enough. Same with sensors. You don't want to be adding too much mass to your ship. At least a D shield. These numbers here show what size can go into it. So this is like a size 2. This one's a size 3. Yeah. The top number shows the size of the object that's actually in it currently. Yeah. So I've got 2 size 3s, a size 2 and a size 1. Yeah. This cargo rack's only a size 2. I can just sell that though. I'll move my shield generator into this top size 3. This next size 3 you're probably going to want a shield cell. Maybe this B one should be pretty good. Now you're in the Viper. You want to go with a fuel scoop, the best one you can afford. That one's pretty expensive. That's A2. Now, there is no A3 power plant here. The thing about the power plant is you only need to cover your deployed weapons here. So let's have a look at the weapons and utility mounts. Once again, you're going to want that kill warrant scanner. You're going to want a chaff launcher. You've got 4 weapons on the Viper, yeah? And you've got 2 medium hard points. It's pretty important to put size 2 weapons into the size 2 hard points, yeah? So stuff like multicannons, pretty good. Kinetic damage, good versus hulls, not so good against shields. Pulse lasers, thermic damage, good against shields. Supposedly not so good against hulls, but they do enough damage, I find. Again, your fixed weapons, you need to aim. Gimbaled weapons, basically aim for you. Beam lasers, pretty good, but very expensive on power, and as you can see, and they're not cheap either. So really, just stick with something like a couple of gimbaled pulses, I think. Right, so let's try out a couple of multi-cannons. Gimbaled multi-cannons on the bottom, sorry, on the top. Your your medium hard points are on the bottom. We've got plenty of power. I just went with the B3. I don't even need the B3, but you can employ certain tricks, you know, in order to bring your deployed power down. Now, don't forget to set up your weapons. You'd probably put your cannons onto 2. Which means you now need to move your kill warrant scanner onto a separate fire group. Which means you need to switch, you would need to basically switch between them, yeah? You can also put it onto, like, the same as your pulse lasers, and so that it will scan while you're firing, yeah, but that can get a little bit messy sometimes. What I've done is, I've set tab as my change fire group key, or cycle fire group. So whenever I press tab, it will go to the kill warrant scanner. Press it again, it will go to my weapons. It's a bit messy, it's really a pretty poor way of doing it, but this is how it's been since the start. Like I was saying regarding power, if you ever find yourself out of power, you don't have enough power, you can just do stuff like switch off the cargo hatch and you get power back. Or you can set it to priority using left and right. Priority 2 means when I bring my weapons out, if I don't have enough power, everything that's lower priority will start to shut down. So you'd normally shut down your cargo hatch, your frame shift drive, because you don't need that in combat. Stuff like your scanner doesn't take any power, so you don't bother with that. Your fuel scoop's another one. You can set it to priority 2. Drive scoop, cargo hatch, those are the main ones. If you're not picking up any cargo, you can just keep the cargo hatch off. Doesn't make any difference unless you're over your power limit though, yeah? Yeah, the last thing you want to check before you leave again is your rebuy cost of 26,000. If you've not got enough money to cover that and you die, you're back to the start on your Sidewinder. You would not believe how many people have written goodbye messages on the forum because they didn't have enough money to afford their insurance. Yeah, so just don't do it, no matter how tempted you are. So basically speaking, so long as I've got about 26,000 left, I can now upgrade my ship as much as I want. Let's go with B thrusters. So I'll go with a B shield. Yeah, B shield, B thrusters. You can go with the drive as well. I've still got enough to cover my balance. Be wary though, yeah, because when you're upgrading your ship, the rebuy cost goes up as well. See, I now no longer have enough money to rebuy it all. So, make sure you come back. And I'll downgrade this drive again down to a C, I think. Reload all your cannons, because your cannon takes munitions. And basically speaking, you're now in a pretty decent combat ship. Way, way ahead of what the Sidewinder was. Some of you may find the Viper a bit more difficult to fly. I find it harder to fly with the mouse, yeah? So, if you're using the mouse, you might prefer a Cobra. The main difference here is you have to flip between your kill warrant scanner and your weapons. power plant targeted.
Target shields offline.
Once you're in there, oops. Get those multi-cannons going in at the
Under
plant.
attack.
Fireworks night here.
Target destroyed.
175. There she blows.
Target destroyed.
This guy's getting pretty low in health, yeah, so be careful he doesn't die before he finishes scanning.
Target destroyed.
We're not making easier 40k than that. Whoa. Not so good. So you've got a shield cell though.
Target destroyed.
And that is pretty much that. You're just going to keep doing this and eventually you'll have your 5-6 million and you'll have enough for a vulture. At which stage you buy class 3 weapons, these pulse lasers or something similar to that. And you'll just mow them down even faster and even faster. And that's how you get up to speed with the rest of us. Should take no more than 3-4 hours if you get a decent res site. Plenty of pythons, plenty of anacondas and dropships and stuff. Once you're in a Viper, you're pretty much safe. So get grinding.